Berkshire COTS is a grassroots response to our region's growing shelter needs. Its mission is to provide safe, caring shelter while we work to help improve our guests' quality of life. Since COACT opened COTS on December 22, 2012, we had 102 unduplicated guests in 4 months. These include the elderly, veterans, youth, persons with substance dependence, disabilities, mental illness, or just people who lost their job or got evicted. COTS is a winter safety net in our community, open from November 1 through to April 30th. We have been consistently having between 16 and 20 people stay here at the COTS shelter each night. And these people would be, unfortunately, either sleeping in some corridor somewhere or out in the streets or just walking just to stay warm. And it has been a real community effort. We have collaborated with the Salvation Army, with the hospital, with the jail, with a lot of different organizations who are bringing staff in to help. We have caseworkers from different areas. So it is really a community-wide effort that is coming together to address this long-term need. And I'm very proud to see how this collaboration has really bore fruit. And it's wonderful to see the gratefulness that happens when people come in from the cold, are able to stay in a warm place for the night. And my hope is that as you take a look at what the COTS shelter is doing, that you want to come and participate in some way, either through financial support, through volunteers, or if you'd like to donate some things like blankets or towels or pillows. Any of those things would be greatly appreciated. We're located at 298 West Street at the Salvation Army. We also have our main office at the Pearl Street Center, which is at 55 Fenn Street in Pittsfield. We hope to hear from you, and I hope you can learn a little bit about the true nature of the homeless in our region.
You know, there's so many things with the people. You know, they're just people, and circumstances in their life have put them in a place where they're homeless. And, you know, there's such a marginalized population by most standards. You know, people think that, well, they did this to themselves. People don't have a lot of sympathy with the population. And there are always those people that were getting thrown out of the other shelters for their behavior, whether they drank or they used drugs. Or if they had a lot of mental health issues, it was very hard to fit them into the standard shelter picture. So I happened to see that the Pearl Street Center was working on opening an emergency COTS shelter this winter, which is when I came to an organizational meeting before the shelter opened. And I decided to volunteer with this population because these are the people that don't fit in the box with the regular shelters. It's, you know, because of their inability to follow the system or the rules that the other shelters demand, these people end up sleeping outdoors. And, you know, having worked previously in emergency medicine, one of the fears of EMTs is they're going to be called to find someone frozen behind a dumpster. And, you know, that's what I feel like we're doing here, is we're preventing that from being a reality in many cases. And, you know, I was here the first night that we opened, and I was here on Christmas Eve, and someone brought a package of socks as a gift and some toiletry items. And if you can't have gratitude for anything else, to see how much a clean, dry pair of socks can impact someone coming in off the streets, it's like, just kind of puts life in perspective. It did for me.
My name is Rich. I'm currently staying at night at the COTS shelter due to my homelessness that began in 2008. I've been homeless basically because I have not been able to find work. I've been diligently searching for work. It's just that the economy, my age, and my health have all conspired. I had cancer twice since 2010. Installment liability with most health insurance companies. My age is doesn't make me very attractive to most employers, so I've been homeless. Um, and I just, I'm thankful that there's a place for me to go at night because it's cold out. I've walked the streets in the blizzards, the last couple of years. I've been nights when I didn't have a place to go, when we didn't have the COT shelter. Um, you know, Today I do. I have that to go to at night. I don't have to worry about a place to stay. I know that that's there, and I can always go there.
Hi, my name is Donald Duper, and I live in another place, but right now I'm having trouble in the winter with electric. And thank God for the Salvation Army COT shelter that these churches and the people in the community have chipped in to provide for people that are homeless and having a hard time in these cold winter months. It's a good safe haven as long as you respect your fellow and everybody gets along fine. Most of us know each other. It's a good place. You don't need to be out in the freezing cold. You will get help. They have all kinds of people. I know we have to get up a little early, but it's better than getting up in a dumpster.
Hi, I'm Becky Connolly. I'm a case manager here at COTS. I've served the homeless population pretty much since 2008. I used to work at Barton's Crossing at our friend's house. And it's been I think we're really filling a void here with COTS. There's a lot of people here who weren't able to be successful in other places. And there's a nice community feeling here. There's a lot of accepting people for who they are, and it's not just from the staff, it's from each other. I think it has to do with the nurturing atmosphere that we promote.
My name is Carl. I'm a resident of Pittsfield. At the present time, I'm homeless, but I'm grateful for this COT shelter, because if it wasn't for this place, I don't know what I would be doing right now. I'd probably be still on the street walking cold and homeless, and I just thank God for this place because we need more places like that.
Hi, my name is Kevin. Originally I came down from Adams. I seen a couple of my friends struggling, and my best friend John struggling. I was introduced to the COT shelter in Pearl Street Center. I was introduced to Paul, and I got interested in what he's doing. I mean, I've been homeless before in the past, and so I know how it is. I mean, it can happen to anybody at any given time. I was struggling myself the past year and a half, and I really want to be a part of the organization and part of what Paul believes in, and I've had a hard time getting back and forth to Adams, so I've been staying at the COT shelter 7 days a week. It's just easier for me to stay there, and that way I can volunteer as much as they need me.
Yeah, I think everybody thinks when a person's homeless, it's because they've screwed up. That's the big block. And then, another block would be that maybe they haven't screwed up, but they've given it some effort, but they didn't give enough effort. They could have tried harder. Maybe they were kind of lackadaisical at work and got fired or whatever. Things like that. So that'd be a smaller block. And then a more finite block would be the people that just have always been there. Seems to be a generational thing, generational curse, where the families just have a record. Their names are known to be that way, but that's not everybody, And then there's just people that executives could find themselves homeless.